As you are doing the 2D faces approach, that is because you have more flat faces than curved faces. So you can see here that this is 12 faces on the side, a face on top. Maybe I want to also do these triangular solar panels and my bottom face here. So what I am going to do is first I need to scale my whole building down to the size of the physical model that I'm going to make. Right now it is 40 meters tall. If I go to the measure tool and I click the top, click the bottom, you can see that it is 40 meters. That's way too big for a physical model. I would say the highest you want to be is half a meter or 50 centimeters. Even that is really tall for a model. I would aim for somewhere between like 20 centimeters to 40 centimeters. My building's probably going to be on the higher side because I just want to scale by a factor of 100, basically going from 40 meters to 40 centimeters, which is a little less than half a meter. I recommend at this point you grab a tape measure in real life and you pull it out and you see how tall off the table your model will be. Okay, so I'm going to, and by the way, if your building is longer or wider than it is tall, I would go ahead and scale. Think about your scale using the largest dimension of your building. So if you have a really long building, it's longer than it is tall, think about that length as the thing that you want to scale down. In my case, the building's taller than it is wide, so I'm going to think about what do I want to get 40 meters down to? And I know I want to get it down to 40 centimeters. If I wanted to do 20 centimeters, I would be dividing by a factor of 200 rather than 100, but let's do a factor of 100 for now. In order to scale, I'm going to come up here to modify. I'm going to come over here to scale. And it's asking me for entities. Which bodies do I want to scale? If I only click this, it's actually only grabbing the structure itself, which is fine, but I also want maybe the potential to laser cut my windows. So look how many bodies I have, including the windows. I'm going to come down here to the last body. I'm going to hold shift on my keyboard and click the last body. That didn't work. Body 2. Shift click. Make sure everything is selected. And then scale factor. Keep this on uniform. Scale factor, I said I want to scale down by a factor of 100. That would be 0.01. And look how tiny that becomes. That's what I want to see. And now I'm going to zoom in on this building. And here's where I might want to save as. File, save as, and just rename this to like scaled down. Let's say this is a building called example. I'm going to say 100 scale. Save. So that way you can keep the file that has the full scale building for reference later. So now if I measure, I know that I can see that I am now only 0.4 meters tall or 40 centimeters.